to see, you have 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 to
Well, hi everybody, this is Pookie, and today I want to go through using the noise textures. This is a little bit more advanced. I'm going to try to cover quite a bit in this video for those of you who have been looking for a little bit more advanced features. I wanted to show you what went into that intro that you just saw prior to this coming in. So what we've got here, okay, are 11 different video tracks, 3 of those being audio tracks, that is. And as you can see, there's a number of different transitions and effects that went into this. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to kind of step my way through it. First, we have the title, okay, using noise textures. Then we've got a series of "you have to see it," all transparent and all overlapping my main effect here. Okay. Then we have this effect fading into another generated media and then flashing, and I did that by using invert. I just made a bunch of little clips, and every other one I inverted. Then we've got our lightning. Okay, now the lightning is over top of the generated media here. Okay, so that's why you're seeing it in the center here. I also used cookie cutter on here to make sure that stayed within the area I wanted. Excuse me. And you'll notice that the lightning is on the side. That's because I went ahead and used event pan crop and rotated that. It goes through a bunch of clips with the lightning. A couple different effects that I applied to the lightning. Okay. Then we get to some other generated media. Let's go down here just a little bit. Now I've inverted this, that's why it's green instead of purple like you see on the screen. Did the same flashing effect, same strobing effect here. Then I switched to the clouds. Okay. We've got the lava, which you'll see is flowing down. Then we've got just kind of a bizarre black and white pattern, okay, with a flash at the end. Okay, and then I have this fading out. Okay, gotta say this is not the easiest thing to go over all these different aspects, but I'm gonna do my best here. Please bear with me. I understand if anybody decides they don't want to listen all the way to the end of this. Okay. First, let's go ahead and go to this clip right here. In an effort to save time, by now most of you should already know how to get to these different clips. Okay. So I'll show you real quick here, but I'm not going to re-drag them in. It'd take too much time to do. Under the text, you just pick the text that you want, and then you're going to make some modifications up here. So I've drawn in my text, brought it up here. Then I'm going to go to edit my generated media. We're going to take a look at this here, okay? Now I've got the size set to 60, fairly decent size. I've got my placement in the middle. Now my properties, this is what's important here. This is actually laying over top of a black background, which I've got everything a little too small here. There we go. So the black background right here. Okay. So basically all I'm using is the outline of the text right now. So I've got the text color set all the way down to transparent, and I've got the background set to black. Okay. You might want to adjust your leading and stuff depending on how much space you need to use. And then for the actual outline, I've got it set for red, and I've got a curved top set to it. Now you notice this only has one point because we're not actually moving anything or changing any of the text during this clip. Once you have the text the way you like it to look, then you can go ahead and apply your special effects. Okay. In this case, what I've done is under the event effects, okay, is I have two special effects. I was going to use pinch and punch, but I didn't like how it looked. Let's just take that right out of there. You've got glow and you've got light rays. Now I just turned the light rays off. Let's see how this little clip looks with just the glow on to give you an idea of what it actually looks like. Nothing spectacular, right? Okay. Well, I use the glow. The reason why I even have the glow on here is actually to kind of dull out the center as it fades through. Now it's not necessary because you're fading it anyhow, but you can just barely see here that the center of the text is disappearing before the outside of the text. And I kind of like that feel. So that's why I set that like that. I started the glow over here with the high glow percentage, and then as I move all the way to the right, I decrease the glow percentage, but I increase the intensity. Okay. Second thing I did here was light rays. Now the light rays add a very nice effect because that is the color shooting out. So as I kind of click through here, you'll see it increases a little bit in color and then shoots out. Okay. Now again, with the light rays, we'll switch that there. With the light rays, I started with sensitivity very high and the strength all the way off. As I moved over, got to my end point, I have my strength all the way up. Okay. Real simple, not all that complicated. But with the two together, you can see the difference in how it looks. Okay. The fade that I used for fade in, fade out did the rest of the work. Now on to the next clip, which is right here. So we're gonna shut that one off. We're gonna go here. Now what I did was I took a standard noise texture. Okay. I'll show it to you here. Oh, I used the microscopic threads. I remember. I just made some minor changes to the microscopic threads here. Okay, go to Edit, Generated Media. When you load it in, it normally goes straight to that anyhow. And I just changed some colors here. Okay, for instance, where the purple is, I didn't want it to be purple, so I went with white. Where the kind of brownish red is, okay, I turned that all the way down to black. Then I made some other adjustments here. I wanted to change the size of it here by decreasing your number of layers. You can change the size. You can see the effect here. But I didn't start that right off. Okay. We've got our starting point and our ending point. Okay. On the ending point, I'm going to lower this. And we also want to change what's called the progress in degrees, because that's going to give you kind of that motion. Okay. So if we play this right now, you can see all the motion that's in that clip. Now keep in mind, if you need it to be a longer clip, that you need to right click on it, you choose your properties, and you go to your media here. Otherwise, if you don't, what'll happen is when it repeats, I want to show you this because it's important. When it gets to the beginning and it repeats, it's going to jump back. See how it did that? It jumped all the way back. Well, you probably don't want it doing that in the middle of your video. So as you go through here, if it gets to the end, it's going to go all the way to the back. So make sure that you change the properties and make your media the length you want. It's also going to affect how fast those transitions take place. Longer clip with the 2 points farther apart, that's going to make a big difference in how long that goes. Okay. Pretty straightforward again. Again, I apologize. I know I'm rushing here just a little bit. Lightning. Big question. A lot of people ask me, how did you do the lightning? Well, it's basically all the same. It just depends on what kind of effect you want. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go down to the end of this here for a second. And we're going to bring in the lightning, which is right here. Bring it into a new track. Bear with me here. I've got to shut this old one off. There we go. And we're going to bring in, let's bring in a background, solid background here. There we go. We'll bring black behind that. Now you're probably wondering, why did I bring that in there? Well, I'm about to do the event pan crop on this, and I want to make sure that the background stays solid black. Okay, if it ends up going over another video, then it won't be black anymore. So we're going to go here, we'll edit our generated media. Again, we're going to use the progress in degrees, set a point at the end, move that over as far as you want. Now if I play it, you'll see that the lightning is moving. Okay. A couple things I did in this video. One was I brought the lightning down. That was simple. You just use event pan crop. Set yourself 2 points. Okay. First point, we're going to take this, we're going to move it below so it actually comes down. Second point, we want to be in the middle of the screen. So if I play this, now the lightning's moving down. Now depending on how fast you want it to move down, let's make it come down really fast here. Okay. And you can keep moving this over until you get it to the speed that you want as far as its motion goes. Okay. Okay. Not too complicated there. Another thing that I did was I rotated the lightning. So we're going to go to the event pan crop again. Okay. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. We're going to rotate that. Now my lightning's to the side. If you shrink it down, you can make it fill the whole screen, or back up to put it like within the center of something. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Again, you can adjust the color on this. You can make the lightning a little bit thicker, a little thinner. There's all sorts of options in here. You can change the number of layers, okay, which does affect how it looks, obviously. Okay. You can make it move in different ways by changing the frequency. You can change the offset, which helps control your direction and stuff. Okay. All those things make a big difference there. The color, if you want your lightning to be, say, red. Okay, real simple. You can also make it the background transparent. So if you want to put the lightning over something else, here, let's take out this black, and we'll go ahead and put in, see see, we got red lightning. How about red on blue? It'll probably look like crud. Yeah, that's what I thought. But we could take that. We'll just lower that down a little bit. Okay, you probably have the idea there. We'll go ahead and take these clips out. So that gives you an idea of how the lightning was done. Lava is another one. People ask all the time, how do you do the lava? Well, it's basically the same thing. Don't be afraid to play around with these. I mean, that's what they're here for. Here we go. There's lava. Now, it's playing right now, there's no motion. So you go to your edit, generated media, tongue-tied. Set your point at the end. Change your progress in degrees. Okay, gives you a nice fluid motion. You're also going to want, most likely, if you want it to really look like lava, you're going to want to change the axis here just a little bit. Okay, you can either do the frequency, which kind of shrinks it up. Okay, more importantly, you probably want to do the offset. Okay, by moving it the Y to the left, now it looks like the lava is flowing. Okay, another thing you could do with the lava is maybe you want it to change colors. Maybe you don't want it to stay the same color. So you can change your color on your points. I have used the blue. I really like the effect because it makes it look like kind of like water. See? Now the best way to do this, as you can see, because it kind of goes through the spectrum, if you want the lava to change colors, use 2 clips. Okay? Create the lava first as one set of colors, and then create a second clip with the other set of colors that you want. It'll look a lot better because your transition will be much faster, much smoother. And I recommend that you transition through black when you're using the lava. I've had the best results doing that. Okay. When I say transition through black, let me show you what I mean here. Okay. Go back up here. We'll put our lava in. Go to your media generators. Pick a solid color. Black. Okay, real simple. Media generators. Go to our noise texture. We're going to import the lava a second time. Okay. First set of lava. We go to our edit generated media. We'll set our point at the end. We'll choose our progress. We'll choose our motion. Second set of generated media. Go to black, and then the blue. Nice dark, kind of a dark blue. Set our point at the end. Same thing. Set your progress up. Set your motion. So now if I play it, there's my lava. Nice bright orange and red. Fade it through black and then blue. You need to adjust the amount of fade time and so forth to meet your needs. That was pretty long fade time. There you go. Well, that's pretty much for the different effects I put in here. They're pretty straightforward and simple. Most of my videos are done with about the same kind of effects there. Probably the most important thing when you're making your video, if you're going to do something with a lot of graphics and stuff like that, is pick your music right off the bat, because once you've made something that looks outstanding, it's fabulous, and you can't find music to go with it. So make sure you have an idea of what you want music wise, so that you can set your pacing and stuff to that. I hope this video made sense. I know this is a horribly long video, But for those of you who asked about using this media, there you go. Have a great day. This is Pookie.